A very good afternoon to all present here today. On behalf of the ESII cell, CVM University, Cluster 3, I, Margi Mehta, from CZ Patel College of Business and Management, welcome you all to this webinar on the topic Entrepreneurship in Hospitality Management. Let me take this opportunity to tell the audience briefly about the ESII cell. ESII, Entrepreneurship, Startups, Incubation and Innovation Cell of CVM University, is constituted of 20 constituent colleges of the university. The main agenda of this cell is to shape the students and prepare them for entrepreneurship and startups as per the new education policy. It is an attempt to adopt diversified approach to produce desirable learning outcomes, which would include cross-disciplinary learning using mentors, case studies, etc., in place of the traditional lecture-based delivery. Entrepreneurship education should be imparted to students at the curricular, co-curricular, and extracurricular levels through elective or short-term or long-term courses on innovation, entrepreneurship, and venture development. The cell will recognize, promote, and award outstanding performance, best ideas, and successful enterprises at university level. Entrepreneurship should be encouraged through liaison with industry mentors, alumni, along with inviting expert talk by renowned innovators. CZ Patel College of Business and Management is a premier institution imparting professional education in the services sector, one of them being hospitality management. And so we could have, who could have been better than a successful entrepreneur in the field of hospitality to address us on the challenges of entrepreneurship in hospitality. It is indeed my pleasure to introduce our guest speaker today, Mr. Dilip Thakkar. Mr. Dilip Thakkar was born on 6 January 1963 and he comes from a middle class family. His father was a police constable. In 1976, with a borrowed amount of rupees 400, he started a small tea stall named Jalaram Tea. In 1979, he established the Gopi Dining Hall, followed by Jalaram Paratha House. In 1996, he took over the award-winning property Balaram Palace Resort in Palanpur. Here, I would like to tell our audience that the students of CZPCBM had the privilege to explore this property as a part of their hospitality management training. Gopi Dining Hall, which serves authentic Gujarati food, has been running successfully since 4 decades. Mr. Thakkar has been to IHM Ahmedabad and IIM as well. He has a passion for learning. He attends the Toastmasters Club every Sunday. He is the founder member of FEA, Food and Entrepreneurs Alliance, which has 3,000 members. Mr. Thakkar says, I quote, "Life has taught me lessons the hard way. Lot of work, ethical practices, and no vices." His hobby is connecting with people. So let us all connect with Mr. Dilip Thakkar and listen to what he has to say. So, sir, I invite you to address the audience.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
I'm audible and visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. First of all, I would like to thank the management of CZ Patel Institute, especially who is coordinating my talk show, Margiben, Arpita, and Nishit Bhai, and all the students and faculties who are online this time. I'm Dilip Thakkar. My introduction already given by Margi Madam. As she said rightly, I started my life's journey. I will brief my journey that will give you a very live example of entrepreneurship. When I joined my business at the age of 14, I had not been to any management school, but my father was a mobile university. I learned the lessons of hospitality from him. He is no more now, unfortunately. We started with a tea stall, then we started Paratha House, we started Gopi Dining Hall, and finally Heritage Hotel, which was one of the best heritage classic properties of Gujarat. And besides that, I have done many activity under the banner of hospitality. I am into institutional and industrial catering. I was used to cater to Zydus Hospital Anand. I was used to cater to L&T Knowledge City Baroda. Many multinational companies, private sectors, government organizations like ISRO, IPR, PRL, and I have been successful doing all this. So today we are going to talk to our upcoming students on entrepreneurship. What is entrepreneurship? The definition of entrepreneurship from my end is, as we all know, we are in Gujarat. There are three major communities who are in business. Maybe Gujaratis, Marwadis, Punjabis, and Sindhis. Decades ago, there were no business school, no management school, but they were used to do successful business on the basis of their gut feeling, their risk taking tendency, their inheritance culture. And they were successful. And few to give the name in the food industry, Bikaner Wala, Gwalia, Haldiram, MDH Masala, MTR, these are the all companies started before few decades who are in business and they are doing multi-crore business. They have that old generation who started business, they had never gone to any business school, but still they are successful. With the evolving time, the graduation, good education, good business school, Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Calcutta, Lucknow, then all over India, Institute of Hotel Management and ISB, many business schools have started coming into the existence and people started joining business school. Now, today also people are doing entrepreneurship and the new name given to them is startup units. Any students study, say, CZ Patel Institute of Hotel Management, and then he wants to start a business. I would not say he will not be successful, but business can be learned on the reality ground. It cannot be learned into the four walls of the institute. What we learn into the campus is majorly theoretical, but this Marwadi, Sindhi, Punjabi, Gujarati family, they started business and they know that this may go successful, this may not go successful. But they had a courage to take a risk, to borrow money, to sell their houses, to sell the ornaments of the family members to the extent for the survival. That is how they are called entrepreneur. And the entire hospitality industry in every sector. If we talk of five-star hotels, the live example is Oberoi Hotel. Mr. Rai Bahadur Singh, MS Oberoi, started his career as a clerk in a Cecil Hotel, Shimla. And then looking at his performance, the same hotel owner gave him a partnership. And then he became a hotelier. And in his book, Dare to Dream, written by Bachi Karkaria, if you read that book, you will get to know that Oberoi is one of the largest chain of five-star hotels, which was started by entrepreneur. But entrepreneur is the one who is visionary also. He realized that after one point of time, I need to take the help of professionals who have studied into IIM kind of institute. They can work on statistics, strategy and numbers and sustainable growth. So mixed amalgamation of entrepreneurship and professional management makes a successful business how. This is how I look at the entrepreneurship. If you talk about few in Ahmedabad, like Honest Bari Pav, the owner is Vijay Gupta, known to me, started his career in 1975 with a small lari cart by the name Chetan Bel Pakodi Center in Ratanpur, Dilip Road. Today they have more than 75 branches, out of which 15 branches are international in USA and all. Vadilal Ice Cream's owner Bachubhai Gandhi started his career to sell the gulfis on the bicycle. Today they are the largest. Even for that matter, in your own area, Amul Ice Cream, Korean Saab's company, started as a cooperative dairy, and today they are the largest milk product suppliers in the country. So that time there was no education, but yes, this entrepreneurship element was there. And now government has also recognized this entrepreneurship skill in Ahmedabad, on the way to Gandhinagar from airport, there is a specialized institute teaches entrepreneurship called EDI, Entrepreneurship Development Institute. So the more time is evolving, changing, people have a global exposure, things have to become mix of entrepreneurship and professionalism. And one has to take the risk. Business is not a formula of 100% foolproof successful this thing, and even today all the businesses are facing more and more challenges. That is where your entrepreneur skills come into the practice, to be different, to be innovative, to think out of box. I'll give you the example that in last 7 8 months COVID time, the dining in is completely failed. So now people have become innovative and they are focusing more on to food delivery, takeaway, home delivery kind of concepts. And in that also they are using all environment friendly disposable material. They are mentioning the temperature of the cook who is cooking, the person who is packing the food, the person who is delivering the food. And somehow they are surviving. Even big hotels, big brands like Novotel, Fun, everybody has started takeaway. So this is entrepreneurship, though it is done by professionals, but somehow business is a risk-taking tendency. So all the students of CZ Patel who are studying right now, they may go as a industrial trainee to big hotels, cruise or international. But someday, somewhere, if they want to start their own business venture, they will definitely go to professional to make the viability reports and feasibility report. They will go to chartered accountants. They will go to financial institutes. But somewhere, somehow, in your mind, the program has to be there that I am venturing into a business world where there is no monopoly, and there will be a risk. So how he will take the risk? How he will take the blessings of the elder? How he will take the help of young professionals and all? And then his own vision. Have More Ice Cream, you people must have heard, started by Mr. Satish Chandra Chona in Ahmedabad from one cart in stadium area, and later on they grown up to such a level that last financial year they have sold this company to South Korea's Lotte company in 1020 crore. So this was the vision of Satish Chandra Chona, carry forward by second generation Pradeep Chona and his son Ankit Chona. So entrepreneurship is a very deep, large and vast subject. You need to get into it, you have to study it, you have to read it, and as very wisely your institute has organized my talk today. There are many entrepreneurs. I was given Outstanding Entrepreneur of the Year award by Ahmedabad Management Association in 2004, because in that award function they say a person who can sell the cup of tea at the cost of 5 rupees and he can sell the room of 5,000 rupees of Alaram Palace Resort. So there was a huge diversification, but everywhere your risk-taking ability, your hardworkingness, your joint family efforts, all these things works, makes you a successful entrepreneur. I think this is what I wanted to tell in nutshell. Now I would like to have more and more questions from the people, so I will be able to throw more lights in my this subject of entrepreneurship into the hospitality management. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Those words were really inspiring, and yes, you said the right thing that for the hospitality students, of course, the industrial training is a part of their curriculum, but we should encourage them to be entrepreneurs. In that case, sir, my question for you is that what are the biggest challenges that you have faced, or the younger generation might face in the current times as far as entrepreneurship is concerned?
Very, very nice questions, Margi ma'am. In my case, the biggest problem I face, I will share, it's very interesting. Like two generations were working together into the project. One was me and one was my father. My father was born in 1933, I was born in 1963. There was a gap of 30 years. There was a huge differences because of education, exposure and all. I would not compare and criticize that my version was better, his version was better, but in the given respected time, the kind of experience, the kind of people he was meeting, the kind of resources were available, technological support, there was a huge difference. Anything I want to do, keeping the market in my mind and customer preference, my father will always throw his old school of thoughts ideas, and I will become a sandwich because my customer expects A and my father wants to deliver B. So I was used to manage very diplomatically. I will deliver what my customer expect, but I may not reveal it to my father. And then I realized that this problem is faced by majority of institutes, family business organization. It may be vanilla ice cream because 30 years gap, kids goes to Harvard and abroad to study, and then when they come back, they come with a new visa, and father generation do not want to give up. So there was a professor in IIM Ahmedabad, Mr. Ramchandran. He is right now at ISB Hyderabad. There they have started a special subject. This kind of conflicts can be dissolved by adopting the study, because you cannot say bye bye to your father because he is the one who has established a business. He has put the foundation bricks of the organization, and you want to carry forward, and the world has changed, world expectation has changed. That is where this professor study is helping. So this was a challenge in my time. Now this new generation, say our student goes out of the campus and they want to start business, they want to have a loan. So as a fresher, any financial institute may not be very easily giving you the loan. But yes, if your father is having an ongoing old organization, you can try to take the loan on that organization. So the old establishment will be given preference by the bank that you have a track record, your firm is functioning for so long, let's give a loan. I would not say to the new startups are like your Oyo, Ola, Uber, Zomato, Swiggy. They are bringing multi-crores funding as a JV and foreign funding. So it will need to be viewed in a given situation, that who wants to start, with what kind of financial background, with what kind of educational background, where he wants to start. If somebody wants to start in US, the things will be completely different. And if somebody wants to start in Charodar and Vidyanagar, the things will be different. So there cannot be one single formula for any individual case. It can differ from case to case. This is my version to your question, Bhaginath.
Good day, sir. This is Nishit Dave.
Nishit Bhai. Hello. 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 Hello.
Hello, am I audible,
Yeah.
sir?
Yes, yes. Now I can hear you, Nishit. Please tell me.
Okay, sir. Fine, thank you. Sir, at one point you said that remember that you are not in the business of monopolies.
Yeah.
Now, having said that, from Gujarati thali to Western food,
Yeah.
there are, how do you create a differentiation in the market, a niche market or a clientele particularly for you? Because even if you take pizza, for example,
Yeah.
there are n number of pizza stores out there.
Yeah.
When you started Gopi way back,
Yeah.
there were Chetna and Gopi. I think you two were the only two in the town.
Yeah,
I think there are many more those who have joined. Now,
right,
how do we differentiate these boys or young professionals who are trying to enter the new market or
right,
this market of
right.
hospitality and food and cuisines? So,
Yeah.
how do we differentiate that?
Very good question, Nishit bhai. I appreciate. When I started, that was a time of say 70s, 80s, 1979. The markets were not huge. There were very few players. So, and my location was close to the hospital. So I knew that anybody comes to the hospital as a patient, their relatives will be there, and there were hardly any food joints. So they will need a food. So I started a food joint which was meat based. So that was my vision that if somebody comes to the hospital as one patient, there will be five other relatives, and they would not like to consume hospital food. So they will definitely love to have a good home food. So I started and it clicked. So that time it was just my vision or gut feeling and factual details available. I did it and it clicked. But today, if somebody do the same in the same area, it may not work because today n number of options are available. There is a food delivery, home delivery, takeaway, Zomato, Swiggy. If you take McDonald's, there will be 100, Pizza Hut 100, Burger King, and so many options are available. So now people have more options. So now, if today somebody is entering the market, he will have to get done professional market survey. That is there scope or vacuum in particular segment, and he will do. Otherwise, he will end up as one more pizza brand. Like in Ahmedabad today, Pizza Hut, Jasuban Pizza, William Zone Pizza, and Teddy Pizza. Then somebody is doing Oven Pizza and Wood Fire Pizza. So, where is the vacuum? Are people fed up or saturated by eating one particular brand of pizza, or they are looking forward to some other kind? So, professionally organized survey, which will give you a feel that no, in this area there is a vacuum, you can do this. And in that also you have to keep some margin contingency of risk that it may work, it may not work. Because I know so many traditional families staying in USA, but whenever they come to Ahmedabad, they prefer to have a Jasuban pizza only. They want to come and have Jasuban pizza. So some people are still loyal to certain brands. So with the training and education inputs given by CZ Patel kind of institute, plus external environment's reality, the factual details, one can be a successful entrepreneur. That is the take-home tip to the students of CZ Patel from my end. Thank you, Nishit bhai.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sir, I have one question, and
Yes,
actually,
yes,
I'm
yes.
going to club a couple of questions together.
Yeah.
Uh, First question is that what are secrets of your success? Because what we see around is there are so many entrepreneurs who get into the hospitality or the food businesses, and we also see them closing down quick. At the same time, we see entrepreneurs like you who have been going strong for more than 4 decades and are able to sustain into this very competitive market. So in that case, my question to you is, what do you think you are doing right, and what do you think the others who fail are doing wrong? I mean, according to you, what is your opinion, sir?
Very tricky question. Uh, my reply to your question is that there is a nice term in English called knife by flyer. There are people who enter this business out of what I would say love at first sight or infatuation. You know that you see the girl and you like it and you feel like getting in love with her, but she may not be the right partner for you. But at the spurt of moment, you had a thought that no, she is the right choice for me. So you cannot close a deal in one moment. You have to study left, right, center reality of those things. Secondly, for me, this business was a bread and butter. I am not a farmer. I am not an industrialist. I am not in academics. I am not in a film acting. So I had no choice but to stick to my business. And I have remained fully involved to my business. Like I would say, once somebody asks Sachin Tendulkar that how come you are so successful cricketer, and he gave a very brilliant answer. He said, I drink cricket, I sleep cricket, I breathe cricket, I work cricket, I digest cricket. So everything is cricket around me. Same was the case with me. I have not seen any other world other than my business. I have never hold the cricket bat. Sports was sacrifice, adulthood was sacrifice, and I was fully involved into business. And one more thing, the theater, hotel, tourism, aviation, these are all glamorous world. Once you get into this field, it's very easy to slip into addictions. It may be drugs, and as currently this Sushant's case has made it more into the discussion. I had no vices. From the day I have entered this industry, I was selling 10,000 cup of tea at L&D Knowledge City every day, but I have never tasted tea in my life. So no vices, 100% focus into the business, and I never feel that I know everything and this is enough. I was in Vidyanagar, Anand, last 2 days at Madhuban Resorts to attend workshop on food tourism. I'm 58. My son is a professor of English literature in Christ Academy, Bangalore. But still, I don't feel that I need to stop learning. I keep on learning. So keep on learning. Stick to your mainstream. Don't be whimsical and keep on jumping from one trade to another. I am so much attached to my Gopi dining hall activity that till the date we have never allowed paneer or Punjabi chana or rajma into the campus of Gopi because we said we are serving traditional Gujarati thali, and in Gujarati thali there are huge menus: khandi, dokla, patta, hando, undiyu, ravaiya, thepla, so many things. Then why to sell paneer? If somebody wants to eat paneer, they will go to Janpat or some Sadarji's dhaba. Why come to me? So these are some of the practice which has made me successful for last 4 decades. Thank you, Maggie ma'am.
Sir, you might not have held a bat like Sachin Tendulkar, but you answered brilliantly just like him. So thank you so much, sir, for that answer. Linking to what you just asked me, I have one question: do you think that authentic food anywhere, whether it is Gujarati or elsewhere. Yesterday we celebrated the World Food Day, and it is connected to that as well. That do you think that authentic food is losing its charm or its popularity because of this fusion culture that has come in?
Yes, by and large, what you're saying is right. One is your customers are demanding that we want to have a spring roll or dosa or ice cream or hajma hajam ka pani in Gujarati thali because you are charging 300, 400 kind of prices. Now you have to justify your prices and you have to convince your customer that sir, I have a kachi beer. Take this homemade chas with taju, shekelu, jeeru into it. Make it so tasty that they would not desire to have any other things to drink. Make beautiful sweets, homemade sweets. You may make dudh pak, fruit salad, carino ras, shrikhand, matho, gulab jamun, shiro, mohan dal, variety of halwa. So you have to hold your customer and see. I'll give a very nice example of Hindi cinema. Now, the every movie is a masala movie and commercial movie, but there was a time. Smita Patil and Nasiruddin Shah and Mr. Mehlani, all these people were used to make movies like Sparsh, Earth, Mandi, all those kind of movies which were considered to be a offbeat movie. It had a limited class. Everybody was not going to that movie. But they say, "Ki, I am selling Audi. If you want it, you like it, you take the Audi. I don't want to sell the Fiat car or Ambassador car." That was the spirit of directors and producers to do the business. Similarly, if you have established your brand, you want to keep on high flag of your brand, you have to stick to certain practices because today people are saying that you add paneer into your thali. Tomorrow somebody will come and say you put egg burji into your thali. So how long I will keep on compromising on my ethics? And then there will be no difference because the new generation who have come into the business, they are doing all mix and match and fusion cuisine and everything. but they are unable to attain that volume of business. They are unable to attain that brand into the market. No media attention, because somewhere you have to compromise. I know you might not be able to sell 20 more thalis, which other competitor may sell for some time, for a while. It will not be a long risk agoda. Permanently, he will not be able to excel the volume of business, but because he's doing fusion, for a few days people will go, but then people will come back to your own brand that no, this is the original. Like shoes, घूम फिर के किसी को भी पूछो आपकी दो जनरेशन को, तो बोलेंगे हमको बाटा का शूज चाहिए. उसके सामने इतने ब्रांड आ गए हैं, वो सस्ते होंगे, महंगे होंगे, ग्लॉसी होंगे, but some brand loyalty need to be developed by the entrepreneurship, by keeping in touch with them, by respecting them, by maintaining the authentic standard of your product. This is my take on your question, Magilan. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. There's one more question coming from one of the participants.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon. I'm
Good
Dr.
afternoon.
Ashish Vora. I'm Dr. Ashish from CZ. Sir, my question is there in your when you were delivering the lecture, you spoke lots of fancy name like the Gwalia sweets and that Haldiram and MDH masala. And
Yes.
I'm really the Gwalia. I have tasted all sweets of the Gwalia, very tasty and very. I mean, you know. So just I want to know that as you told in your lecture that you have started your business, this Gopi, whatever your entity, from the small entity, I mean the small tea stall and the followed by the, you know, paratha, Jalaram Paratha house.
Yes,
So
yes.
sir, do you know about them, this Balia, Haldiram and this whole MDH masala? Have they started from the small entity?
Yes, yes, you are right. Every see, there is a sentence in the English that journey of 1,000 miles start by the first step, and these are all Marwadis, and business and Marwad is blurred. So मतलब हल्दीराम जैसे लोगों के लिए तो ऐसा भी कहा जाता है कि राजस्थान से निकले ना तो दोरी और लोटा लेके निकले थे, रास्ते में पानी पीने के लिए मिनरल वाटर अवेलेबल भी नहीं था, उनके पास पैसा भी नहीं था कि कोई प्याऊ बोलते हैं राजस्थान में परब को, कि परब पे 10 पैसा देके वो पानी पीते, तो वो लोटा लेके जो भी, ये दिस इज वेरी ओल्ड ट्रेडिशनल कल्चर कि जब छोटे गांव से कोई बड़े शहर में बिजनेस करने जाता है तो घर से माँ बाप उसको एक डोरी से बांध के लोटा देते हैं कि रात को जब ट्रैवलिंग में आप सो जाओ तो कोई लोटा चुरा के ले ना जाए. तो ये हल्दीराम हो, बीकानेर वाला हो, ग्वालिया हो, these are all people from बीकानेर side and they all had started their career with scratch. मतलब कुछ मारवाड़ी लोग अहमदाबाद में आए थे तो मिल ओनर्स के वहां पर वो कुक का काम करते थे, and then they got into a dining hall, like the very big name of catering industry in Ahmedabad called Gurdhan Caterers, Gurdhan Maharaj. He was used to cook at somebody's bungalow and today is the largest Gujarati caterer in Ahmedabad. You know? So you are right, because nobody has born with a silver spoon. जितने भी नाम मैंने आपको दिए, आइसक्रीम सेक्टर में वाडीलाल, अमूल और हैवमोर, नमकीन्स में ग्वालियर, बीकानेर वाला, हल्दीराम, भुजिया वाला, ये सब हो गया. और वैसे ही कलकत्ता में दास का रसगुल्ला वगैरह है. तो वो लोग मतलब देखो, किसी के पास मिलियनर है तो he will not get into this hard work and entrepreneurship. He will make an industry, he will make a big plant and all those things, very ambitious plan, you know. But every journey, even I would go step ahead. Besides hospitality industry, the largest pharma company of Gujarat, Torrent and Cadila, Ramanbhai Patel and Indravadan Modi, they too were partner, and they had a small lab into Isanpur area, Godasar, Maninagar. There they started their activity. Today, I think Zydus Cadila is going to be the largest vaccine provider in India. That growth is phenomenal, and it was a live example of typical traditional entrepreneurship. Now their son, second generation, Pankaj Bhai's son, Swapnil, has studied abroad. They have more than 200 MBAs working for them. So that is also Nirma washing powder, Karsan Bhai Patel was used to sell detergent powder ka bookie on bicycle. Today their company's yearly budget of advertisement is few hundred crores. And I am working for some of their activity as a catering provider. So I know all these people's inside story. And entrepreneurship works but at one point of time you have to be flexible. If you think like MBA કે મને બધું આવડે છે and I don't need any professional, then you will get stuck. But if you are flexible, you hold the backseat, remain entrepreneur and mix and match the professional touch into that, then that organization will go a long way.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sir, I'll pose one more question,
Yeah,
if
please.
that's okay with you. As much as I just talked about, entrepreneurs starting up here and there and then failing, especially in the food business. There is also a mindset among the students, especially students like hospitality management that we have. They have the mindset of working for a large chain of hotels, the 5-star brands. That is how, that is the mindset that they come in with when they join programs like hotel management or tourism and travel management. They're thinking about big brands. So my question to you is, how should we develop entrepreneurial mindset among these students? How do we, encourage them to be entrepreneurs rather than just working for, some company?
Big banners.
Yes.
Very interesting and academic touch question. I had been to IHM in my family. My brother's son was in IHM Goa. My daughter was in IHM Mumbai. So I have faced and heard all the stories that any student and every student goes to either this National Council's IHM or private institutes. They always have a dream that I will work for Taj, I will work for ITC, I will work for Oberoi or something like that. But what happens is that one big hotel has a staff of 1,000 people, and you become one small fish out of 1,000 people's team. And as per the hierarchy and protocol, it will take huge time to grow or to scale up your performance in professional place. But at the same time, if you go to a standalone property, there they will trust and they will allow you to stand on the range. They will allow you to stand at the front desk. They will allow you to go to the room for the housekeeping and everything. And there the chances of learning will be much more higher. Because in big chains, big brands, and big professionals, they don't want others to make their space and take away their importance. So it's a lesson for the students that, okay, see, if you work well, you will definitely have a good brands in your CV. But if you aim, like when my daughter was IHM student of Diwali Park Dadar, her first training was at Taj. And being a girl from Gujarati family, they say, ये एक प्याज का बोरी है, आपको छीलना है. And she did it, she excelled it. But then you need to have a very strong will and persistent performance. But ये जो दिमाग में है ना कि मेरे सीवी में पहला ही ब्रांड जो है ओबेरॉय ताज का लगना चाहिए, उसके बदले आप थोड़ा एक सेकंड टायर ब्रांड में जाओगे तो वहां सीखने के चांसेस बढ़ जाएंगे. कई केसेस में ऐसा भी हुआ है कि उसी ब्रांड ने उनको बोल दिया है कि ना, now your training is over, but we would wish that in your campus placement we would prefer you only. So chances of that kind of rapport building will be much more higher in a standalone properties or the smaller chains rather than a big brand.
Thank you, sir. Rightly said. I agree that we need to orient the students towards entrepreneurship, and probably in the future again we will associate with successful people like you, so that looking at you, our students will be encouraged. So that was very inspiring, sir. One more question that we are getting from the audience is that now is the time of frozen food. Frozen food culture is coming up just like the Western countries. Our freezers are getting bigger and bigger, and so
earlier we were used to have one single door, now there are 2 doors, and 3 doors, and 4 doors.
Earlier we only used to have space enough to put 2 trays of ice. That is all we used to have. And now we have double doors. the same as a refrigerator. The freezer is as big as a refrigerator. Sometimes the freezer is bigger than the refrigerator.
I know
So,
you
what
are.
is your take on this kind of culture?
I will tell you, your every questions are so valuable and important. Recently, after this thing, this pandemic things, a lot of people are thinking of getting into the frozen food because a lot of labor has gone. The laborers are not ready to come back, and now a lot of families are afraid to move out and to go to the vegetable laris, so they have a fear that we might get carry COVID symptoms from there or something like that. But this is a temporary phenomena. Any long-term decision cannot be taken on an instant situation. This COVID things are not going to be permanent. If earthquake, riots, or droughts, nothing has last forever. COVID has lasted for a little longer than expectation, but that will also go. Recently, I had heard one very nice video of Amitabh Bachchan in that he recites very good poets in the Hindi line that ये लम्हा है, ये लम्हा है, ये गुजर जाएगा, ये गुजर ही जाएगा. It's a moment. It will pass. It will not remain forever. But frozen food was originally found for the army people who are fighting at the border, and logistics and resources are limitations over there. So the food was made and frozen to the temperature that can remain fresh and non-perishable until the time of use. Whenever they are in the middle of the border, hills or ice or desert or sea, they can just reheat and eat that food. That was the original concept of frozen food. But now, see, mutter, everybody, Gujarati ladies or everybody is free, you will find green peas mutter because it is not available around the year. Corn you will find, your tomato puree you will find. So few things which are not available around the year is fine. But we Gujarati cannot think of a frozen roti कि हम तवे पे रख के या ओवन में डाल के खा लेंगे. I keep going to my daughter. She's in USA, and they make food for three days, and whatever is left over for entire week in the weekend they will make the khichdi and eat it. But I think Ahmedabad or Gujarat, where ample of domestic help is available, we don't have too much of traveling time. We are not in the big cities like Delhi, Bangalore, Kolkata, or Madras, where your 2-3 hour goes into traveling. So we will definitely not give up the luxury of having fresh food. But yes, the working women, working couples, dink couples, double income, no kids, staying in a Mumbai, Delhi kind of place where they have to travel by train, metro, and tube for long hours, they will definitely look forward to this kind of frozen foods कि भाई गर्म पानी में डाला, हिलाया और 2 minutes मैगी नूडल की तरह खाना तैयार हो गया. Though technology is so nice, you will get the same fresh food. उसके aroma में भी कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, उसके taste में भी कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. Today, right now, in a given situation in Ahmedabad, frozen food is ahead of time, but आने वाले time में it will work. So if somebody wants to work in that area, in your area, Charodar, Vidyanagar, Kirtiraj, Namkeens and Baiji Bai's, Muthia and all, everything. Deep Kiran is one unit which sends tons of food abroad every day. So these things are going to be there if you put your plant in the road place. Like in South Gujarat near Surat, there are lots of sugarcane farms are there. If somebody is making factory over there and making frozen things from sugar, his traveling cost will be low, and he will be able to. And coming time, another challenge is getting good manpower. Maybe industrially or domestically is going to be a challenge. There, frozen food will come to our rescue. So that's a thing need to keep in the mind.
Thank you, sir. And one last question, and I know you have mentioned this in the previous, answer that you gave, is about the pandemic. And you said, "ये वक्त गुजर जाएगा," and yes, we do hope so. But do you think, the food business that you are in has been, of course, it has been affected a lot. But do you think that it will bounce back? Do you think that people will get back to normal, looking at the situation that they are facing right now?
Yes, again, very serious question. I'm heading our association, so I keep on talking to n number of people on day-to-day basis. I keep on reading journals of our national association, NRAI, National Restaurant Association of India, FHRAI, Federation of Hotel and Restaurant Association, All India, and I constantly attend a lot of webinars also. So very badly affected. 22 March, Narendra Modi announced Janata curfew, and 24th, first lockdown, second lockdown, third, fourth, fifth. Now unlock series is almost getting over. But business, right now I'm doing this seminar with you sitting in my Gopi. We have got 92 covers. There is not a single case right now, and it is almost time, lunchtime, 12:45. So, and on the road, my restaurant is on the main road. There are n number of vehicles on the road. So people are skeptical for eating out, though I have taken all measures. My main person is standing on the main gate, taking the door in, welcoming you, checking your temperature by gun, offering you sanitizer. We are using out of 92 only 41 seats. One table is left empty and one table we have placed in thali. My kitchen staff is minimum, and we ensure everything, like everybody is medically checked up and all those things. Still, we are unable to win the confidence of our guest consumer. They are not coming into expected number. At the same time, it's not keep takeaway is doing very well. See, Gujaratis, when they want to eat something from outside, they will not order dal bhat shag roti, because that they are eating every day at home. But yes, the current numbers and current newspaper article reveals national level that hospitality industry, accommodation sector, and food. Accommodation sector will take minimum 2 years to get back to normal. I would say this 2020 is gone. 21 we will not see the daylight. 22 we might start getting people when vaccine is in full force. All flights are started. People's confidence is gained back, and the COVID's another side effect is, say, COVID may come into the control, but economy is badly heated. People have lost their jobs. People have lost their business. People have used their savings and FDs and everything. And food per se falls into the category of desirable category, not essential. If I have 10,000 rupees, I would like to spend 2,000 rupees for the food, 2,000 for medicines, 2,000 for insurance, and 2,000 for my kids' education. Then if I'm left out with 2,000 rupees, then I will think of going out with family and eating out. So food, especially luxury food, fine dining food, street foods are doing okay, but this restaurants business will take some time. Like, if everything is in control, we are expecting that in Diwali we will reach up to, right now we are doing 30% business of what we are doing in normal time. During Diwali it should reach to 50, and everything remains. And some responsibility lies with the people also. People do not respond or behave very responsibly. When they come, they say we want to sit on the same table, and then the Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation Authority comes and they put us in trouble. So media should write positive things, radio should express positive things, the hotelier as a business community should behave very responsibly, and people, if everything work hand in hand, then by 2021 March we will be coming back to the normal food business. But it's my clear message to the students that don't give up, don't feel low that the food industry is gone forever. No, रोटी कपड़ा और मकान, ये तीन चीज ऐसी है कि इसके बगैर चलेगा ही नहीं. शायद मकान एक बार लेने के बाद दूसरी बार कोई नहीं लेता है जल्दी. कपड़े भी एक साल चला लेगा, बट खाना तो चाहिए. और टू quote at the lighter side, we are in a Gandhi's Gujarat and we don't have anything to drink, so we end up having our fun out of food only. So chill and cheers, food will rock.
You're right, sir. Of course, food will rock. I do agree with that, and I also agree with the fact that it's just not the responsibility of the businesses, but it is also a responsibility of the normal citizens to take due care while they are dining out. So thank you, sir. You have such an inspiring personality, and I'm sure the audience members are inspired by you. You are so successful at the same time, so humble. So I thank you so much for sparing your valuable time
Thank you
and
so much.
being here with us and sharing so wonderful insight on entrepreneurship, on hospitality, and all the different aspects that are related to this business. So thank you so much, and we look forward to I myself personally look forward to coming to Kopi Dining Hall. I would
Please,
definitely love to
more,
taste the food.
more, I'll be more than happy to serve you nice food.
Thank you so much. And
Thank you.
to the audience, I would like to tell the audience that with this we come to the end of the session. And before we do that, I invite, and we have an attendance link that has been posted. So I would like to tell the audience to please fill up the attendance link. And I request my colleague Dr. Ashish Vora to deliver a vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, one and all present here. It is indeed an honor for me to deliver a vote of thanks on this occasion. I would like to thank respected President of CVM University, Engineer Sri Bhikhubai Patel sir, who has always been a source of inspiration for all of us. I also thank all the CVM officials for all the support. I extend my sincere gratitude to our principal Dr. Nishit Dave sir for his encouragement and guidance during every event. I express my thanks to Dr. Vishal Singh, convener of ESII cell, Dr. Y.D. Patel, overall coordinator, Dr. Vishal Kanjaria from IT cell, and Dr. Preeti Lohana, the cluster 3 coordinator of ESII cell, for all their encouragement and giving all the required support to conduct this webinar. I express my heartfelt gratitude to the guest speakers today, Mr. Dilip Thakkar sir, for sparing his valuable time and enlightening our audience with his wisdom. I express my thanks to all the coordinators of this event, Ms. Margi Mehta and Ms. Arpita Mishra, my faculty colleagues and the supporting staff members for putting in so much hard work for making this event successful. Last but not least, I thanks all our participants who have attended this webinar today. Thanks one and all. Jai Hind. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.